Welcome to another session of Business Startup Training. Today we'll be talking about the top wealthiest companies in the world. The top 20 wealthiest companies in the world. This is presented by Accounting Lecturer. Now, before we talk about the top wealthiest companies in the world, let's talk about defining wealth. What is wealth? Now, wealth is an abundance of valuable possession or money. It's a state of being rich or material prosperity, or it's a plentiful supply of desirable thing. Now let's look at the list of the top 20 wealthiest companies in the world. In the 20th position we have Intel. Then in the 19th we have Procter & Gamble. 18th we have Royal Dutch. 17th we have Nestle. 16th Verizon. 15th Walmart. The 14th is Industrial and Commercial Bank of China. Then we have, in the 13th position, we have Samsung. In the 12th position, ExxonMobil. Visa is in the 11th position. In the 10th position is JP Morgan Chase. In the 9th position is Johnson & Johnson. The 8th position, we have Tencent. In the 7th position, Alibaba Group. And then Facebook is the 6th position. Berkshire Hathaway is the 5th position. Alphabet, which is Google, is the 4th. Amazon is the 3rd, Microsoft is the 2nd, and Apple is the number 1. Now let's look a little bit on the industry in which these companies operate. For the top 2 companies, we know that they're in IT software, so more, Apple's main product is the iPhone, and it also does computers, etc. And Microsoft as well is in that space, more on the software side. In the 4th, you have the Google, which is in software as well, and then Facebook is also in software. Then we have Tencent, which is a Chinese company, is in IT. We have Samsung, which is also in the technological space, and then we have Intel, which is in processors, which is also in the IT space. So a huge proportion, I would say, in terms of the top 20, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 companies are in the IT space. So that's almost half. And then the next major area is banking and finance, in terms of the Berkshire Hathaway, in terms of the JP Morgan, in terms of Visa, in terms of Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, Royal, those are the companies. I think Royal Bank of Scotland should be somewhere thereabouts, but because there's an impairment at some point, it's no longer in the top 20. But had it been that it continued to operate as it used to, it should be in the top 20. That's the list there. So we can see, if we were to kind of categorize the major areas: IT and software and electronics, and banking, and then the next major area is in terms of retail. So we're talking about like Amazon and Walmart. They're in retail, so that's another major area. More on the declining areas like oil. ExxonMobil is a major, but oil, with the pressure on oil prices, lots of the margins are being squeezed out. So therefore, there's a challenge there. But it doesn't negate the fact that there's economies to be gained, even though there's fluctuations in oil. But the main areas, as we've mentioned, is more on the IT front, and mainly on the banking front, and a bit of retail. So what can we conclude? If you were to go into business, and we are talking about business moving into the next 10 to 15 years, IT is a major area, and it's something that you should consider. And then we have finance, which is also another area. Then we have retail, again, another area, a lot of consumables in that way. Another area that is coming up, and especially as relates to Corona, is health. So it's another area that we can invest in. Again, The margins might not be as high, but it is an area that is on demand due to the fact that people's health is coming into question, especially in light of the coronavirus and especially in light of other viruses or other illnesses that may occur. So if you are investing, those are some of the areas you can consider for investing. So this is my take in terms of the top wealthiest companies in the world. I don't know what you think, but like, share, subscribe. Thank you.